Hey YouTubers, JB Coins here with another video. As you can see, it's a $25 box of pennies from our local bank. You can see through the holes here that this is what you want to look for if you're going to be coin roll hunting for old pennies. Is you want to see dark pennies as well as shiny pennies, particularly the dark ones. And right here through this hole I can see a wheat penny right there. See if we can zoom in on it. I just happened to notice it. See it right there, peeking out. There's a wheat penny right on the end. So I mean, that's why we want the dark to show through. If all you have is shiny in these holes, then there's a pretty good chance that you could have new issue coins. You've seen us open boxes like that where we didn't have holes, we didn't know what was in there, and you open the box and the entire box is brand new issue, which isn't necessarily a bad thing either. But if you're looking for the old ones, if you're looking for the wheats, like the one we just found without opening the box, then you look for the dark. So let's see if we can figure out which one was wheat, just for grins. Let's see, 5th row, 2nd one back. So it should be this one. Nope. 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 Now I'm puzzled. Right row, this roll. There we go. Right there. Now, there's some folks that'll take these and they'll sell them on eBay with a wheat penny in the end and just sell the whole roll. Won't even open it. But we're not most people. So we're going to go ahead and choose that roll as our first roll to go ahead and open on camera. Sound good, camera girl? No comment, but a smile. Okay, so let's see what that wheat is. Looks like a 57. It's a 57. It's a pretty nice shape too. Hold the rest of the coins in the left hand here. See if I can hold this steady enough to get it in focus. Nope, can't do it. That works pretty good right there. But you can see it's a really nice 57. So we'll set that aside. And we'll see what else we got. Shield penny 2011. Shield penny 2015, not in very good shape. Shield penny 2014, not in good shape. 2010, lousy shape. 85. 88D. 98, 82, better separate that wheat. 2011 with some color starting to show on it. Here's another dark brown one. Oh, 91, not that old. Let's see. Another 91. 67, 2003, that's in fairly good shape. There's another brown one, 2003, wow, 15, excuse me. Wow, either my eyes are toast or that's a 69D. Let's see. 1998, 2004, 2015 Shield, '73D, '96, that thing's pretty well trashed. It's a 2000 something. 2014, 89. Man, these coins are in horrible condition. 85. If you've watched our videos, you've seen I use the cheater quite a bit, but not as much as I'm using on this one roll. 76, 75. One that I tossed over there was a 74. 1984. 91. 75. 91. 97. 90. 2007. 69D. 69S we got to keep an eye out for. 84. 79. 69S is one of those that has the doubling that's known to exist and is potentially, if it's a 69S doubled, it's potentially a lot of money. So you want to keep an eye out for those whenever you see 69 pop up. 80, 81, 2011, 2013. So all told, we got the wheat that we saw on the end there. That was kind of an interesting way to start it off. We're going to go ahead and go through the box like we always do. If we find anything cool like that wheat, anything really interesting, we'll stop and show it to you. Otherwise, we'll see you at the wrap. Okay, YouTubers, here comes the wrap. And it's going to be one of the longest and most informative and probably weirdest wraps we've done in quite a while. Our first sign that something was going to be unusual about this box is obviously when we saw the wheat penny peeking through one of the openings. But trust me, I had no idea, we had no idea what we were getting into with this box. We're going to get a couple things out of the way, some housekeeping items, and then we're going to get into some pretty amazing, pretty cool stuff. But I want to answer some of your questions real quick. One question was from one of you guys that's up in Canada. You know, what are Canadian pennies worth? What do you collect? Which ones are copper? Can you melt them? Same thing about American pennies. American pennies right now you cannot melt. That's the law. Not saying nobody's melting them. I'm just saying that's the law in America right now, just like it was in Canada before they stopped making them there. One of the viewers, Wild Cobra 88, sent me the following information, so I didn't even have to look it up. 1920 to 1942, 95.5% copper. 43 to 96, 98% copper. Much different than what I thought it was. 96 to present is zinc, similar to ours. So 96 and older is worth keeping. 96 and newer is worth sending back to the bank. Went to a show today. Beaver nickels. Canadian beaver nickel with the beaver on the back. 25 cents a piece, 5 times face value. Another viewer, Chris Byers, asked about a couple of yellow coins that he found in his penny box. And he said, what are they worth? Should I keep them? Well, if they look anything like this, Chris, just kind of a yellowish tinge to them, nothing special. Somebody either tried to clean them or something happened to them and it just turned them a yellowish color, and they're basically not worth anything, unfortunately. But probably the coolest heads up that I got was from Hydrant Dude, and I apologize because I'm turning my head to look at my list here, Hydrant Dude, pointed out to me, which I didn't even know, again, that in the 2009 Lincolns, which we've been keeping an eye out for the error coins, these error coins, potential error coins anyway, the 2009 Lincolns with Lincoln sitting on the log and the log cabin, the early childhood years, these two on the right, the legislative years, those three right there out of the commemorative Lincolns are 2009s. What he pointed out was that in other than the 2009s, the last time the Mint produced that few Lincoln pennies for circulation was the 1959 P. So he asked the question of whether or not I saved them. The answer up to this point would have been no, because I wasn't aware of it. Grabbed the reference book. Sure enough, if you have a 2009 early childhood, which is the log cabin, and it is the satin finish, if it's MS65, it's worth $10 because they only made 784,000. By comparison, prior years, 2008, 2.5 billion, 2.8 billion of the regular early childhood, they made 284 million compared to 2.8 billion. Big difference. So that was a great shout out from him, from Hydrant Dude, to take a look at those because we frankly weren't doing it. So I'm going to start saving those. So now we get into some of the stuff that we found in the box. Those are the only wheats that I found, with 6 of them. Earliest is in 1944. Newest is in 1957. Nothing special. They're all about average condition like we see nowadays. Nothing really jumped out at me as being overly, amazing condition. Okay. I already gave you a heads up here on the 2009s. I mean, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Lincoln sitting on the log, rail splitter, excuse me, that could potentially be error coins. I can't see with my magnification any type of the additional metal that is supposed to appear between his thumb and his index finger, or above or below the Bible that he's reading. So I do not believe that they're error coins, but they are 2009s, so I'm going to hang on to them. Also mentioned Canadian. Only got one, but check out what's next to it. This is Uno, I'm going to try and say this, Uno Centésimo from 1961 from Panama, Republic de Panama. And on the front side here, it's got a word. Try and get in there tight because it's a beautiful coin. There we go. Uraka, something like that. Looks like a native of some sort. Tribesman, not sure. But I mean, you can see what condition it's in. It's in really nice shape. Beautiful coin. So then we get into a 1972 that's in pretty nice shape with a very thick southeast edge, south to southeast, and a very thin north edge. It's offset to the north. We have a 73 that's almost BU condition. It's offset to the northwest very severely. It's got doubled edge on the lower right hand or southeast corner, and you can see how the edge between just below the word in just disappears. It just becomes razor thin. Next to it's a 2010. The potential error or problem with this coin, I don't know if it'll show up well on the camera. It might being a digital, but in this area here you can see some discoloration. That discoloration is actually a raised spot. which does not appear on the back. The overall condition of the coin you can see is so-so, but the back has no blemish whatsoever in that area, and yet on the front there's a raised spot there, and it actually changes the color of the coin. Let's see. I'm trying to save the best for last here. This is what we refer to, if you've watched our channel, as specimen coins. An 88, a 97, a couple 99s, 2003, 2006, 2007, 7D, 2014D, which we rarely see, and then a couple 2015s, all in really nice shape, not trashed like we normally see. Then we get down here. Told you there'd be a lot. Okay, covered that. Then came across a BU 1974. This thing's 41 years old. Now, by contrast, out of the last roll, there's a 1974 like we usually see, and I just laid it up there for the time being. But you can see the difference. I mean, it's startling. So when I grabbed this 74 out of the pile, I immediately stuck it in the coin flip, thinking, wow, this is a beautiful coin. I got to protect it right away. Sometimes when I shoot these videos like this one, because of work constraints between Camera Girl and I, it takes us a couple days. Didn't want it to sit out and tarnish after being in a roll for that long, and I didn't have long to wait, because as I started opening more rolls, I started finding more 74s. Now, this batch here, we're not in as fine a condition. They're only maybe AUs. You can see there's 12 of them. They're still 74s. They're 41-year-old coins, and they're AUs. And they came out of, not one roll. They came out of multiple rolls. They were 2, 3 in a roll. So it was kind of strange, because I was noticing that there were more and more of those, and but not to the point of any one roll being heavy in them. Then I found a 74, which is shifted to the east, and a 74, which is shifted to the west. They're not in BU condition, but they're in very, very nice shape, probably somewhere on an AU, and they're both offset slightly. So now I'm starting to gather a bunch of these, and I'm going, what the heck? Well, it didn't end there. By the time we finished the box, all of these are BU 1974, and I'm saying BU because even though BU technically means uncirculated, it's also a grade. And if you look at the condition of these things, a 41-year-old coin, 69 41-year-old coins in that kind of condition. Qualify that with the fact that there's 14 out of the 69 that are maybe AU, if you count the 2 potential errors. So, got a fair amount of regular copper, got a whole lot of really shiny copper, got some foreign coinage, got some error coins, potential error coins, some Wheaties, a little bit of education along the way, and this was really a fun box. It was lots of fun, and coming on the backside of some of the messages you guys have just recently sent, perfect timing. So hope you guys really enjoy this wrap up of this box as much as we did. And until next time, continue to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, guys. JB Coins signing off.